Hello, the internet. Let me just minimize everything. So I had my oral surgery done on Tuesday the 6th, which is great. And I'm recovering from it better than I thought I would. I was really scared of going into surgery. I've been on hydroxyzine and something else. Sorry, that's Discord. Let me just close that. Okay, yes. So I've been on hydroxyzine and amoxicillin, so, really powerful opiate painkiller and antibiotics. Haven't really been able to do much. So the worst part about recovery for me was not being able to cuddle with my baby, but the actual surgery was not that bad. Like, I requested sedation and they put me under, and the next thing I know, the surgery's done. My mouth is all numb. I'm trying to sign, I'm hungry and where's the bathroom? And they did not understand my signage. So I had to have Loki kind of help me a little bit. But, he came to pick me up and we went home. And I've just been binge watching Crazy Ex-Girlfriend from the top. At first I thought it was really, really cringy. Okay, so I started watching it a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh my God, what is this? What am I watching? And then I looked up the tropes and I saw, more like what they're actually trying to do with it. And I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. That's actually really interesting. That's a good portrayal of why you should seek mental health assistance if you have these symptoms, and there's a lot of things that I have in common with the character, Rebecca, but there's also a lot of things I don't. Like, she is really good at a lot of things that I'm not really good at. And she's, I guess, more likable than me. Oh, hold on, I messed up I'm making these and I put too many of one color on here. Sorry. So, yeah. What did I do? Oh my goodness. Sorry, I've been making these bracelets and necklaces because it's one of the only things that I can do. I've just been sitting at my computer, watching TV and making these, or talking with friends, or I made that other, that video that I actually spent 8 hours editing. And I did do a react to Samantha's side of it. I'm sorry, Belle's side of it, and to Antediluvian Files side of it, but I haven't posted it because I haven't edited that yet. So, I don't know. Oh my goodness, I did it again. Incorrect. Segan, incorrect. So I get distracted. I was talking with my therapist. I applied to college. And I was talking with my therapist about how hard it is for me to focus compared to how I used to be. And she's like, Segan, I think you might have ADHD. And I was like, what? No, I don't want that. Because for me personally, that's always been kind of I'm used to the idea that I'm on the spectrum, but literally having a brain that can't focus on things is really hard for me to accept, because it's kind of hard for me to accept my friends not being able to, understand or remember things right off the bat. And I get really frustrated if I have to repeat myself for any reason. I'm actually getting really frustrated with this necklace here. I think I might, I don't know. Think anyone's going to notice there's a little flaw here? maybe I'm overthinking it. I think I'm overthinking it, which I can relate to a little bit. I have a friend who's kind of been going through some things, but the vibe that they're giving off is that they are putting too much effort into thinking about things that is not productive, that they could be focusing on something else. And yeah, the way that I come across in stream is a lot different than how I come across when I actually edit my videos, because when I actually edit my videos, I actually sound smart or, average. And when I just kind of go live and talk at you, I sound below average because I can't focus my thoughts. And I should be working on my show, but there's like some things that I can't do while my mouth is recovering. At least I'm more talkative than I was before. Like before, I could barely talk. I wasn't picking up the phone, and anytime someone would call me, I'd just let it go to voicemail, and then I'd send a message or a text. In one case, to my doctor's portal, my primary care physician's portal, saying, "I understand Valley Med's trying to get a hold of me, but I physically cannot talk right now. So, I'm going to have to wait to answer these messages until Monday." And some of them were them trying to get a hold of us to schedule an appointment for our son to get him into the heart clinic, because the heart clinic, they wanted to see him again in September, but they scheduled him an appointment in July. And I was like, but his next appointment's supposed to be in September. So I don't really know what's going on there. Valley Med is, they will hire anyone off the street, I guess, but it's close by, and my insurance doesn't really cover much. They cover Valley Med and they cover a Bay Area Community Health Group, and they both suck. The surgery was less expensive. The oral surgery was less expensive than I expected it to be. I expected it to be like $10,000 to $12,000, in which case I would have had to ask for help, but it turned out to only be $3,000 or $4,000. It was like $3,940. So that put less of a dent in my savings than I had anticipated, which I'm grateful for, because, oh my God, I did not want to spend that much money. You know what I mean? And as I'm doing these, I am rapidly running out of bands of certain colors. Like I had to stop my Slytherin necklaces because I ran out of the correct shade of green bands. My pansexual and trans pride necklaces I had to stop because I ran out of this one shade of light blue. I do have another shade of light blue, but it turns to dark blue in the sun, and I don't know if that's like what people would want. And then with these are the weed ones, which I started off with like taupe and bronze, but I ran out of bronze, so now I'm doing taupe and tan and green. So, again, I'm probably overthinking it because I haven't been promoting super, super hard, because I've been focusing on making, and then as soon as I make something, I post about it on Instagram and Facebook, on my band store, and then people can decide if they want to buy anything from there. So let's see if I have any. No comments, no viewers. Okay, that's okay. I've only been live for about 8 minutes, and I'm not really talking about anything, just my personal life. I had like a dream where I went on stream and talked about why I quit the role-playing community, which that is a whole lot of drama that's going to be in my show if I ever get around to producing more episodes of my show. But I used to be a Marluxia cosplayer and role player. My old channel is still at Marluxia Kiniston, and I used to have like this backstory for him that I'm thinking of just like scrubbing out the serial numbers for the backstory and publishing like original fic, but like instead of a nobody, it's a vampire, because that's hasn't already been done to death, right? So we'll see how that goes. I've got a lot of ideas just kind of swirling around in my head, but I haven't been able to commit to anything. And I had to quit my job before I went into surgery because they wanted me to work like the day of the surgery when I was doing a medical fast. and they want me to like have a doctor's note for work for when I can't come in, but it's not always predictable because I have mental health days that I can't, say, oh, I'm going to be perfectly fine. I can power through it. No, I can't have a meltdown in the office, right? And they had all these rules. And I kind of went over some of this in a previous video, but so I ended up quitting my job, and they sent me my last paycheck and all of that. So now I signed up for college. I'm going to be going to school, and I'm kind of worried that I'll have the same difficulty with committing to a class or, committing to my studies as I did with committing to work. And it's not that I didn't want to do the work. It's just that some things are a lot harder for me than they were 10 years ago, and I don't like it. And I didn't really want to admit it. I mean, I know I'm admitting it now, but I'm kind of like talking from stream of consciousness. I don't really feel like I have another choice than to just like babble and let the words flow forth. But I'm actually really self-conscious because I used to be gifted, and now I'm like the stereotype of the former gifted kid who's now a complete train wreck. Except I'm not really a complete train wreck. I don't like that things are hard for me. I don't like admitting that I can't do things. And I don't like admitting that I need help with things. And the things that I'm good at are things like my crafts, but for the longest time, I resisted opening up commissions because I know that if someone commissioned me for something, I might not be able to commit to it the way that they wanted me to. But I'm working with Nevermore Boutiques, and the owner Kim is very understanding. Like, she is glad for what she gets when she gets it, and she doesn't really put pressure or a deadline on me, so I'm able to kind of work when I have the brain power to work. And even so, I have this kind of like stigma against that myself. Like, well, the real world doesn't work with you, but it's just because I was in a job that didn't work with me. I do think that work should be accessible for everybody who wants to, like, if you want to do a job, if you want to be in a field, you should be able to with reasonable accommodations. And if you're willing to work hard, which I'm willing to work hard, I was just having so much trouble, and they were treating me like I wasn't working hard. And it like killed me to see how badly I was disappointing everybody because like I had that job for 5.5 years, and I was so devoted to them that I came, like I said, I came back from labor early, or not labor, but maternity leave early. And one of the reasons I got an apartment in this part of town was so I could walk to and from work. And now I have an apartment in a great part of town and no job, right? But I talked to one of my case managers for one of the places that works with me, and they said they can hook me up with the people, like their liaison at Dianza, to make sure that I get the services that I need there, which is really great. I'm really grateful for all of this. And I know, like, I appear high functioning if you're not like watching me on stream, but like if we're out and about, or if I'm hyper focused on something that I'm interested in, and I'm able to like hold forth like a 40-minute lecture on this, that, or the third, you're like, oh, you don't need accommodations, you're fine. Yeah, no, I look fine, but there are times when you can actually tell that things are harder for me than for the average person. And I feel so ashamed and so embarrassed saying that. And I know that part of that is like internalized ableism, because like I have a very bootstraps mentality, but like on the other hand, it's not really something I can help. So anyway, I've been watching Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and I looked up some of the songs independently, and Rachel Bloom is just this amazing, talented, hardworking woman with these awesome concepts. Like, I come up with weird songs too, but I don't know as much about music, and I've never shot a music video, so like there's one music video over on Evandub, but it's just like me singing the song. It's not very good. And her work is so good, and I'm so glad that she got a platform for it, or she got her own show for it. Unfortunately, I really don't like her character, Rebecca Bunch. Like, I like her, but I don't like her. There's some of the things that she does, like specifically to be cute, like, oh, thank you, and sorry, and things like that. It's like she's trying too hard to be cutesy and normal, which I get is part of her character. But you don't have to like try to be normal. You can just like, I don't know. For me, like, again, I'm on the spectrum, but I was raised to just, watch and kind of fit in. I can fit in with a lot of different groups. There's just some groups that I choose not to because no thank you. But she's, yeah. And when Paula at one point says, just be yourself, and she's like, ew, who would want to be that? Like, that was kind of shocking. It's because, like, from an outside perspective, it's like, you're this chipper, bubbly girl that everybody for some reason likes, and except for, Valencia didn't like her too much, but, whatever. You're this like chipper, bubbly girl. So for you to like say who would want to be you, and for her to like apologize to another character for something that she didn't need to apologize for. I'm trying not to get too into spoilers for those of you who haven't seen it. I mean, yes, the show did end, but still, it's like there's some things that were like, I understand why they did it, and it makes good narrative sense, and it was well done in a narrative way, but it was really cringy for me personally to watch. But then watching the whole thing as a whole and seeing where they went with it, and also watching the like the Crazy Ex-Girlfriend in concert things. There's some things I really love. Like, I love Strip Away My Conscience. That's like probably my favorite song in the whole, thing. Yeah, that should work. Maybe one more row. No, this is fine. So I really liked Strip Away My Conscience, and I really liked Oh My God, I Think I Like You. And like the juxtaposition between how well Rebecca thinks she can sing and how well she can actually sing, because Rachel Bloom is an amazing singer. I can usually sing, but not right now because of the surgery. It's hard to get my mouth to do what I want it to do. And like, I understand what it's like to, like, you're not tone deaf, but you're tone mute. Like, you know what the note should be, but you can't make your voice do it, but you can hear that you're off. This is like one thing with my band. I had this one band member. She's no longer part of the band for various reasons, one of which is rape apologism. But I would like sing something and I would know it was off. I'd be like trying to figure out one of my songs, and she'd say, that's off key. And I was like, did I ask you? And she just like would constantly like give feedback like that without being asked. Or she like tried to get because she was upset that I wasn't paying 100% attention to her. She'd like interrupt me or her singing like, oh, there's a spider on the wall. And I was like, okay, what if it attacks me? Is it next to you? It's on the wall over there. Okay, it's over there. It's not doing anything. But I'm arachnophobic. I don't understand why you're being like this. Because it's not doing anything new. Like, there's like, if it bothers you so much, just get a can of bug spray and kill it or whatever. If you're that much arachnophobic, then just deal with it. Don't like, and like warn me first so I can, because I'm like trying to rehearse or I'm trying to do something for the band. I really don't like being distracted or interrupted, which is one reason why, like, when I'm streaming, I just kind of have my desktop showing, so I'm just kind of talking into the void. I don't even know if I have comments yet, unless like I actually show this to somebody and they're like running commentary at me, one time that I did that, I had like one person commenting on the actual stream, and then I had one person texting me on Discord. So. Anyway, I do want to show you what I've been working on in my little jug here. So I posted these up on Facebook and Instagram, like I said. I've got I can pull up the camera for this so I can see what I'm showing you. Oh, hi. Hi. There's someone actually here. Hi, Bells. So yeah, I got my Trans Pride things. The Trans Pride pentagram, she says, Lovey, I am so sorry, and don't feel ashamed you didn't ask for this. Yeah, I didn't, but I'm still like, I don't know. I spent a long time kind of being judgy because I was raised in special ed due to behavioral issues. So, like, watching the other kids in special ed, I was like, so, yeah. Like, rather than, like, trying to tell the other kids, hey, don't bully her, instead they just decided that I have a developmental disability because I would beat the other kids up for bullying me. But, like, academically, there was nothing wrong with me until around college. Yeah, that makes sense. You can't sleep. That makes sense considering what we were discussing earlier. Okay, this is my favorite. It's a corvid skull. It's like it's a resin corvid skull. And if I'm non-binary, but if I was trans, I would wear the corvid skull one. And then I have my little Slytherin ones. These are the ones where I ran out. I ran out of this specific shade of green. I need to order more. And then for the pansexual and the trans, use the same shade of blue on them. But I ran out of that shade of blue, so I have to order more of that too. This one, like regular resin thing. This one, glittery resin thing. This one actually I really like. It's like tacky, but in all the best ways. And then this one, the charm on this came from one of my bras. Like I ordered a push-up bra, and then this little dangly bit came on it, and I was like, well, no one's ever going to see that, so I'm just going to cut it off and use it on a necklace. And then, of course, the weed charms, the weed necklaces. These are like the bronze taupe and then two-tone greens. Oh, and there's like this charm is purple. I could have taken that into account. I could have used like a purple, but I didn't. Calamage. Okay, so, and then there's like this kind, which it doesn't dangle, but it's like a more kind of masculine, I guess, quote unquote. No. The casting is done by Kimberly Helms of Nevermore Boutique. She's the one who works with resin. I just work with the bands, and I put her resin charms on my rubber band bracelets and necklaces. And then she sells them in her shop, or she sells them like on their own or with earrings. And then I sell them in my commission shop as well. So let me actually pull that up. So, yeah, if you go to there, then you'll see, if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see like the Hogwarts house inspired bands. I told her not to use Harry Potter references because it was supposed to be sneaky, but okay. And she did not details. Yeah. Description. She didn't use the description I typed for her. Okay. I'm going to have to ask her to add me to her You'll remember the name. Yes, of course you will. I'm actually going to share my screen. Okay. Yeah, so she did not use the description I typed up for her. I'm going to have to contact her and ask her to give me access. But yeah, I did these super sneaky ones. I'm out of the bronze, so I can't do the Ravenclaw ones either right now. But like the Gryffindor, I have all the stuff for. Hufflepuff I do, and then oh yeah, Ravenclaw and Slytherin I'm out of supplies, but Gryffindor and Hufflepuff I can still do supplies for. And then we have the Pride stuff. Gay pentagram brace. I was gonna call it bracelets for gay-slets, but like they probably wouldn't let me. So this one's bisexual. Yeah. Okay, so gay, bisexual, gay, trans, cute little trans pride bracelets and stuff. And then bisexual. Just like a whole bunch of those. She charges different prices than I do, so and we also have like these ones that from when I first started making things, I would just be like, hey, here's what I make. You're just like go and see if you can sell them. They I guess haven't really sold, so I started selling them on my own. So yeah, I sell them also on my shop. I'm gonna actually share that too. Share screen. I'm like cross sharing my because this persona is supposed to be different than my singer persona, but whatever. So I have my ponchos, necklaces, bracelets, blankets, and handbags. I'm going to show you these. So I looked at ponchos. We have like in the blurb, like in the details, it will tell you this is for Dirty Ugly Stalker Torment, which Bells, you and I are actually working on that album right now. It's an upcoming album where we're collaborating with a secret guest co-writer. Well, not a secret anymore. It's Bells. Hi. And singer. Your dust poncho will invoke a lovely floral feeling with pink, green, yellow, and optional light orange yarns. And I'm guessing you remember the conversation we had where we're doing the lyrics to that. I can't do the metal voice right now, but when I'm able to, I'm going to get on that. Plus, there's like a song for Daddy Issues that I still need to do the metal voice for. Yeah, this is like an example of some of the ponchos that I do. And then this one's like Elitist, which that's Loki modeling his. That's before we know. But yeah, that's Loki modeling the poncho that I had made for him that's in the Elitist colors. And then Midnight Moonlight, I don't have a specific one. Chernabog, don't have a specific one. Epic Corruption, don't have a specific one. Grudge Wank, don't have a specific one. Some of these I don't have. Oh, Daddy Issues I do have a specific one for. I just haven't taken a picture of it yet. And then Dust is like on the landing page. So, and then we have the house necklaces, which are made to order. And we have house bracelets. There should be a variation on this. Size necklace. There should be like house bracelets. Oh yes, here we go. House bracelets. There we go. See? And then pride necklaces. Heck bubbles. Pride necklaces and bracelets. They're made to order year round, or you can just like choose from what I've put up. And then lap blankets basically look like that. The green one is at Loki's mother's house, and then the blue one I have, and I'm waiting to see if anyone will buy it. And then we have chain link pendants, which are just like, they're really basic. And then handbags, I have Ooh, so many different variations, but like you can do like a varying color, custom color, acrylic, silk, bamboo, or wool yarn. I try not to work with wool too much because I'm allergic, but like acrylic I will work with, and then silk and bamboo. Bamboo, my sister spins her own bamboo yarn and sends it to me, and then you can choose like a belt loop bag, a big old purse, or a tote, and I will have different examples of those when I make them. Puff Pride, beware the badger. Oh, are you a Hufflepuff? I thought you were a Ravenclaw. Oh, it hurts to yawn. I am a Slytherin, so yeah. But we need to do eventually a care package exchange at some point. I remember we were talking about that, but then both of us kind of have things going on and we weren't able to. But you told me your favorite colors, and I was going to make you something based on those colors, and then I just got swept up in a bunch of other things. So no one said you can't be a honey badger. Oh, that's true. That's true. Are you an American honey badger or a European honey badger? Because American honey badgers don't give a shit. Black and red. Yes, black and red. That's Loki's favorite too. So we can discuss that more later, because I was going to make you something using black and red and silver, but like I still have to get to it. That's the elitist color scheme, so I could probably make you like a custom band bag or something like that. African. Okay. African honey badger. Hold on. Look that up. My goodness. Oh my goodness. They're cute. They're so cute. Wheelchair bags. Okay. Okay. So I'm not familiar with that. Let me see. Oh, I see. All right. I just Googled it. So that would be kind of like a belt loop bag for the kind of designs that I make. I'm not sure if I can make something exactly like that, because like I work with yarn, but we can see. I am definitely willing to. All right. I think I'm actually going to let you go now and continue talking over Discord, because I kind of just intended to pop on, share things that have been going on, and then pop off. And that's what happened. But thank you so much for joining me. And I did watch the playback of your stream as well, or part of it. And I think I feel myself fading out again. So I'm going to go back to typing. But cheers. Bye.